Hello, this is Sir Kevvl, and it's time for Let's Play Mega Man X7, Episode 4. Haha, yeah! On today's fantastic episode, we'll be taking on the Ultra Tornado Tonion. Yeah! Tornado Tonion's been broadcasting fantastic heavy metal ringtones across the airwaves for 7 hours and a half. So we're going to pay him a visit. Yeah! He attacks with the Omega Volt Tornado. Ha ha! What the?
If you recall these spiral staircase levels from Split Mushroom and Izzy Glow stages, that's pretty much how this entire level is. It's a big spiral upwards, except in the first half there's a twist. Well, there's a twist throughout the entire thing, but you get the idea. A twist is the giant hermit crab known as Yodokari, which is Japanese for hermit crab, go figure. He's got 4 moves and 4 Qs before he does them. If he clips his claws together, he's going to launch them at you. And if you notice, the back one actually hit the wall and exploded harmlessly. If he opens up his shell, you're going to see a fireball. It'll always go in front of you, so you want to stop moving to dodge it. If he kind of bounces up and down, he's launching off a missile. And when his shell spins, or you hear a gear grinding noise, then he's firing off bladey at you. Another example of the claws harmlessly exploding. I really don't get why they do that. I hope it's a glitch. I can't imagine it being a glitch because they had to program, well, it could work anyway. I don't know. It's just a weird thing that happens. One more fireball, and we're moving onwards. Now we actually get to fight this guy. But first, we have to wait for him to climb up the tower. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Almost there. Just a few more. There we go. And he's going to do a victory dance. Hooray! But attack is weak point for massive damage because he's a crab and that's how they work. A giant enemy robot hermit crab. For the most part, he's not that difficult, unless he uses that attack. And that attack, again, isn't that difficult, except when he first starts using it, because it has a weird hitbox that can hit you no matter where you're standing. Even if it's not even close to the blades, you can still get hit by that. When he actually does use it, it's not that bad. Simply simply run to the right, and then dash underneath when he's at the very top, and over when he's at the very bottom. Got bad hitboxes, but it's doable. Part 2 is completely different from Part 1. Rather than going very fast, we want to slow down and take everything out before we go on instead of skipping half of the obstacles. This here's a bounding, named such, I'm assuming, because he likes to jump. It is immune to your attacks while he's covered in that electrical shield, and can also fire a little electrical bomb at you if he wants to. The other enemies we see are the antenna shields and lots of bats. The antenna shields are immune to your attacks while they're facing you, unless you use a charge shot, which sometimes seems to mess them up and sometimes seems to not mess them up. Also, there's bats everywhere in this level. Get used to them. The bats work in 3D mode, where we work in 2D mode, so actually hitting them is extremely difficult. Hard to describe, but you'll see lots of it in the outtakes. As normal, they're just basic baton bones. Nothing fancy about them. Come on, die, please. Thank you. I don't like bats. Oh, nope. Die. Thank you. Yeah. Dangerous. This thing's called a guillotine. It spins around and it can do damage to you if you hit it, but despite the name, it doesn't kill you, and it doesn't look like a guillotine at all. It just looks like a satellite dish or something. Or something like... Whoa, bat behind me. Still there. I hope it's dead now. I don't like these things. They're dangerous. Hypothetically, I could completely ignore the bats if I were to just go slowly enough that they wouldn't, like, catch me off guard, but that wouldn't be fun. Well, maybe it would be, but I don't want to see if it would be fun or not, because this is fine. Come on, bat. Die. Thank you. And we wait. There's a heart tank down there. I grabbed it in the outtakes already, or the extras already, so why not ignore it for now. Fun fact, this is my second recording. I had to do it again because my first one had terrible audio quality thanks to the microphone randomly boosting. Oh yes, and I apologize in advance.
Around and around! UBX, I ask you a favor, yes? Stop us! Stop Red Leaf, yeah?
What?
It's Professor! Professor redesigned us! We no longer...
Professor? Who the heck is that?
We don't control, yeah? Can't stop none of us! Please, please save us! We're becoming something else!
Seriously, what was going through Capcom's mind when they decided, this sounds good. This is a good voice. I like how he's doing that. Hi. But I digress. Tornado Tonion is a victim of two things. Number one, bad camera angles. Number two, the voice which we've already heard. When he goes to the middle of the room, he's going to start doing a weird spinny attack. It's not that difficult to dodge at all if you're just far away from him. In fact, you don't really have to do anything to dodge it as long as you're far away from him. Past that, he's got a new attack once he hits around half health. But this phase doesn't last too long because he's almost constantly open to damage, so goodbye Tornado Tonion. He has one more attack which we'll see in the outtakes, but he barely ever uses it. And now we've got the Volt Tornado. X fires off a tornado charged with electricity, and it goes forward after a short time. It does quite a bit of damage, although it's not too fancy. When he charges it up, X will be surrounded with electricity, and any enemies killed by this move will drop energy. Plus, Axel gets a new bullet that, like, it's a laser beam or something. It's kind of weird. That's about a minute faster than my last run-through. And a GA rank. Sweet. Let's save that. And onward to the stage select. Oh, I'm sorry, I was stunned by how terrible that sounded. Right then, we've got some extras and we've got quite a few outtakes, so enjoy those. Another thing we get from killing Tornado Tonion is Axel's new laser pistol. It's not quite as rapid fire, but I think it pierces and does a bit more damage. And of course we do have the Volt Tornado, which is pretty neat. Anyways, time to grab a heart tank. Okay, heart tank time. It's actually very easy to get. Just stand on this platform. Ta-da! You'll fall a bit, but if you've already beaten the stage, that's all you really need. So, outtakes time. Careful when he launches anything at you, just go quickly and try not to jump onto fire, because that's bad. Got more missiles, but we don't have to worry about those because we're done here. Did I just take damage? I did. What the hell? That was a cutscene. I didn't even know that was possible. I want to call no fair on that, but I guess it counts. It's kinda silly. I don't really understand it. I assume that was... Wow, really? Balls are a lot easier to dodge because, well, they're easy to dodge. And this move sucks. A lot. Look at that. He just stabbed me. That's all it took, is he just decided to randomly stab me. I hate this thing so much. This particular fight is easy except for one thing, which I'll be getting into right now. Speaking of which, there's like no way to dodge that, honestly. This is the hard part. When he spins around like this, there's a couple ways to dodge, and that wasn't it. He still fires all the same attacks. He's not too difficult to deal with until he does this. Okay, what the hell was that? What even hit me there? Seriously. Easier to dodge now. That might just be because I'm no longer moving at rapid speed forward. And here's an interesting thing. This move is evil! Evil! He'll still fire his claws at you. They're pretty easy to deal with. This is the hard part. Yeah! I don't even know how I was expected to dodge that. Now, as I try and desperately not get hit by it. This. Otherwise, you're going to get hit. The hitbox detection on that is really, really awful. Oh! Speaking of awful, I didn't even see that at all. Good God! Bat out of hell. Okay. Go away. Ah! Bounding. While his shield is up. Good God, bats. Go away. Okay, they went away. Ah, there's another one! Freaking bats! He's actually really, really, really easy. In fact, the first time I fought him, I beat him without taking damage. And that was the first time ever. Keep your distance from this guy and fire at him. Oh God! I did not know how that happened. I didn't know that had that much range. He can fire thingies at you. What is he doing right now? Okay, there's that. Freaking camera angles. There he is. Okay. Gah! Whoa! I've never seen that attack before. And I don't think I saw it this time either, for that matter. And, oh, dang it, he deflected my shot, sort of. Well, darn. This level was pretty difficult to rate. At first I thought it would be very easy, the boss was just a piece of cake. Then I thought it'd be pretty hard because the Yodokari is a jerk. I started recording, I figured, no, this isn't as hard as I thought. And then as I kept going, I figured, no, this is actually pretty hard. So, really hard to rate this guy. But I eventually ended up with a 4 out of 10, and that's what Tornado Tonion's getting. During the stage, the hardest thing is the fight with the Yodokari, and that's only due to the cheapness factor of his blades. Even still, a good majority of my outtakes were just from that. The hitboxes in those things are just awful, and they have a tendency to hit you even when you're not touching them when they first come out. After that, though, it's pretty straightforward. If you're slow and steady and you lead the bats properly, they're the only really dangerous things. Then the rest of the stage is very doable. Not that difficult, just don't rush. The stage almost lost points for Tornado Tonion himself, but his second phase has one surprisingly difficult to dodge attack, so I decided to keep the 4 rating. It's the one that we may have seen in a couple outtakes where he sweeps his shell across, up, and then down. The reason he doesn't gain any points for that, though, is because he doesn't use it very much. In fact, I've only seen it about 3 times. Still, we're halfway done with this game, and I cannot wait for it to be over. Until next time, this is Kevvl, signing off. Ciao.